Trump has went full Karen on Washington, D.C. It was not...
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
I'm sure you guys are all aware of what is being called the Trump takeover of Washington, D.C., which has just been a roller coaster ride for the D.C. area for the whole past week. Number one, he announced an emergency need because of the crime in D.C. to have the National Guard come in and get rid of all the crime and clean up the place. Now, let me just say this. These are dog whistles, making the place beautiful. For those of you that may not be aware, Washington, D.C. used to be a majority black District of Columbia. They are not a state. They have what you call home rule, and they got that around 1972. But nonetheless, I digress. So first he announces that. You can take a listen in to that.
I'm announcing a historic action to rescue our nation's capital from crime, bloodshed, bedlam, and squalor, and worse. This is Liberation Day in D.C., and we're going to take our capital back. We're taking it back. Under the authorities vested in me as the President of the United States, I'm officially invoking Section 740 of the District of Columbia Home Rule Act. You know what that is? And placing the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control, and you'll be meeting the people that will be directly involved with that. Very good people, but they're tough, and they know what's happening, and they've done it before. In addition, I'm deploying the National Guard to help reestablish law, order, and public safety in Washington, D.C., and they're going to be allowed to do their job properly.
Then after Trump decides to announce that he's taking control of D.C. through the National Guards and boots on the ground, whatever, then he turns around and announces his DEA, that's right, the federal DEA, by the name of Terry Cole, to be the interim commissioner, whatever that means. It's a new title, by the way. He just made that up somewhere along the way. He's obviously getting instructions from someone, some parties. I don't know if it's the Heritage Foundation. A lot of people think so, but I believe it's more than just them. It's an entire team of people that believe that they know the Constitution, because the targeting that they've done all around this country has been phenomenal. And at the pace that they've been moving and writing all this executive order so he doesn't have to be bothered with going through Congress has been an incredible strategy. But I digress. So then he announces that the DEA will become the interim over the police department of Washington, D.C. Take a listen to that.
Today we're declaring public safety emergency in the District of Columbia, and Attorney General Pam Bondi, who's fantastic, is taking command of the Metropolitan Police Department as of this moment. And I'll be making the appropriate notifications to Congress and to the mayor, our new DEA administrator, who's one of the top in the country. He better be Terry. If you're not, I'm going to get rid of you so fast. Terry Cole. Terry, thanks. Very good. We just got him. Most highly recommended person. And you'll be designated as the interim federal commissioner of the Metropolitan Police Department. Okay? And you run them tough. They're good. You have a lot of good people. You have people that shouldn't be there. You also have people that shouldn't be there. They got in there because of woke. But you have a lot of great police. And those people are the ones that want to help you.
After he does all of that, then he moves a step further and decides that Pam Bondi will direct Terry Cole to take the place of the police chief. Now, mind you, not only is the police chief in Washington, D.C. black, but it's the first time ever they've had a black woman police officer. So in order to clean everything up, he apparently needs to get rid of black people in high positions, because that's all we've seen. That's all we've seen. When that takes place, that's when the Attorney General of Washington, D.C. announces that he's going to file a suit to stop him. Take a listen to what he had to say earlier.
The President and the Attorney General of the United States have attempted an illegal, hostile takeover of our local police force, the Metropolitan Police Department. And in so doing, they have sowed chaos and endangered the public safety and the residents and visitors to the District of Columbia. The Home Rule Act, which grants authority to the local government here in the District of Columbia, including to control the police, gives the president very limited authority to seek to have the assistance of the MPD and the mayor if there is a federal emergency that requires that. It does not give the president or the attorney general the authority to take over MPD and to purport to change the command and control and governance of MPD. That is exactly what the president and the attorney general's order seek to do. And that is why we are in court this morning seeking to hold the federal government accountable to following the law. The Home Rule Act is a federal law passed by Congress. Nobody is above the law, including the president, and most importantly, our U.S. Attorney General.
Once they filed that suit, they were able to negotiate pretty much kind of like out of court in some ways. They were able to come to an agreement, rather, primarily because of what the judge said about the laws. Take a listen in now to what they had to say, because now DC does have respect for their home rule by the Trump administration.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm Brian Schwab, DC Attorney General. I'm here with Mayor Muriel Bowser. As all of you know, this morning we filed a lawsuit here in the Federal District Court to enjoin the attempted hostile takeover of our police department. As we set forth in our papers in the court, we made clear that under the Home Rule Act, the authority to appoint a chief of police sits squarely with the mayor, and that the right to control the local policing of our city sits with the mayor and the chief of police, notwithstanding the government, the president, and the attorney general's efforts to suggest that they had taken control of our police force and put somebody in to run our police force. I'm very gratified that the judge today recognized that that is flagrantly illegal, that it violates the clear language of the Home Rule Act, and that for all intents and purposes, the chief of police remains the chief of police. Pamela Smith, appointed by the mayor, confirmed by the council, remains the chief of police for the District of Columbia in command and control of the more than 3,100 professional officers that work for MPD. My sincere hope is that we don't have to be back fighting over this issue again. The government, the federal government, recognizing that the judge was going to have to make a ruling on this issue, actually withdrew and said that they're going to rewrite the language that suggested that the person from the DEA was running the police department, which was illegal and clearly not going to happen. So the key for today is to know that our effort to avoid a hostile takeover of our police force is not going to happen. Chief Smith remains in control of the police department under the supervision of our mayor. Very important win for Home Rule today.
However, it just doesn't stop there. As of Saturday, it has been announced through news outlets or what have you that the Trump administration is planning on bringing both South Carolina's National Guard, Ohio's, as well as West Virginia, where? Into the crime-ridden area of Washington, D.C., which could be furthest from the truth, I might add. All this past week, D.C. residents, whether they be illegal, aliens or not. One gentleman recently was tackled down to the ground for whatever the reason. A youth activist by the name of Athena, she was also attacked, and I'll show you that video right after I show you this particular gentleman being
on, pal. Right here. Turn him. Get EMS around. Why are you guys here? Stay right there. Answer questions, bro. Why are you guys here? Who are you guys?
What agency are you guys with?
Who are you guys? Oh, are you guys cops? Shut the fuck up. Are you? Who are you? Who are you? Man, take your mask off and show me some badge.
What agency are you guys with?
It's so easy to be behind a mask. Can you guys tell us who you are? Who are you? Boy, take some badge. Do I have to answer you? Man, you gotta answer to somebody.
Can you tell us what agency you're with? I'm press. What agency are you with?
I don't care, my guy. You don't care what agency? I don't talk to the press.
Okay, we just want to know what agency you're with.
Are you guys working for the U.S. government?
Are you with the Metropolitan Police Department? Or are you with the federal government?
Back the fuck up. Stay on the sidewalk. You can film all you want, but back the fuck up. Ricky. No, right in the back. Tell on yourself, you know that, right?
Are you guys with Maryland? Do you have Maryland license plates? Are you with ICE?
Athena, somewhere along the way, she's a youth activist. She gets arrested for, she's basically trying to empower the youth, because one of the main targets of Washington, D.C. right now are the youth, because they're pretty much the ones committing the carjacking. Remember the carjacking that Big Balls, who used to work for George, claimed he was saving a dazzle in distress on Logan Circle of all places, but I digress. So take a look at this particular footage as well of Athena.
I want people to know that this is a fascist takeover of DC, and that our youth are going to be directly impacted by this.
Get out of the way!
It doesn't fucking matter about me. I will be fine. Our kids will not be.
The police just used excessive force, detained Afeni, pepper spray her in the face.
And there we have it. So apparently, maybe it was the march that happened over the weekend on Saturday that people started saying Trump must go. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but Trump has gone ballistic. The administration has gone ballistic. We just have to simply wait and see if there's going to be a response, since they've come to an agreement about the National Guard being deployed in their District of Columbia as of Friday. We're just going to have to wait and see how the mayor is going to respond to the possibilities of South Carolina, Ohio, and West Virginia sending in additional National Guard troops for what I don't know. But this is where it gets very interesting. All throughout this raids that have been going on, especially in LA, you had the FBA and the ADOS sitting around saying, that's not our fight. That's not our fight. Apparently, it's Trump's fight, because Trump has made it now very clear, not earlier, but now, that he wants to send in troops to fight both crime and illegal aliens. Make this make sense? If you got any comments, please leave them, because right now, not just Washington DC is on fire, but the entire country is ablazing.
Brothers and sisters out there that are the ones that are posting all this, oh, we just gonna mind our business. And I saw somebody earlier making t-shirts of like a group of like 6 black people, black men and women, sitting on a bench texting on phones while the country is burning up behind them. Let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain something to you. When they get done with the brown people, they'll be coming after you. And if you don't think that's true, it's not the time for that. Power to the people. It's time to come together.